Hey guys, it's Candice the Edgy Veg, and today I'm going to try veganizing another Chrissy Teigen recipe. So as you guys know, I love this book. It's not a vegan cookbook, but it's such a beautiful looking book. And a lot of cookbooks that I have are not vegan. They just look really pretty and find her to be really funny. So yeah, and the last recipe I did from her did so well, you guys actually asked for this one. So today I'm going to show you how to veganize actual drunken noodles. Yay! I Tried Veganizing is a series on my channel where I take recipes from celebrity chefs or other dishes that you guys vote for and I try to veganize them. So I'm super pumped to try this actual drunken noodles with chicken and, well, broccoli and eggs and stuff. Let's see if I can veganize it. Okay, so a lot of the ingredients are vegan already, things like mushrooms, broccoli, soy sauce, that sort of thing. But the three main things that I have to veganize are the chicken. So I'm using the Tofurky slow roasted chicken, lightly seasoned chicken strip instead of chicken. For the egg, I'm going to use the Earth Island vegan egg for the 4 eggs that we have to replace. And that kind of just turns into like a scrambled egg substitute type thing. And then for the broth, I am using the Not Beef broth cubes. I realize that this is a chicken dish and not a beef dish, but it just adds like a nice meaty flavor to it that normal traditional vegetable broth doesn't. If you don't have access to this, there's also a not chicken one. They were sold out, so I don't have that. But you can use normal vegetable broth or bouillon if you want to use that instead, because you can't get your hands on this. It works just as well. So this recipe is called Actual Drunken Noodles because it uses alcohol in the recipe. Drunken noodles are usually referred to noodles that you eat while you're drunk. I mean, you can do this too, but there's actual whiskey in this recipe. So fun little fact that I got from her head notes here. But the first thing she says is to make the sauce. So I have some light brown sugar. I have some soy sauce, oyster sauce, garlic. She says sambal oelek, I never know how to say that, or sriracha or any kind of chili sauce. I just have sriracha, so that's what I'm going to use. And some mirin, and we are going to whisk that all together in a bowl and set it aside. So we've got the light brown sugar and then the soy sauce. I forgot something that needed to be veganized. So this recipe calls for oyster sauce. I have a mushroom oyster sauce replacement that's completely vegan, so I'm going to use that. Actually, I'll show you what it looks like. It's vegetarian mushroom oyster sauce. The largest bottle you can possibly find, apparently. And I don't know what's in it because I can't read this. But the woman at the restaurant that sold me this said it's vegan, so I trust her. So we're adding our mushroom oyster sauce to the sauce. Sauce. How many times can I say sauce in this episode? You want to start a sauce counter? No, because then I have to keep it going, and I don't know that I will. And then we have some garlic, mirin, get off me. There we go, come on. And sriracha, or if you want to use some sambal, you can. Whatever chili paste sauce you want is fine. And then just whisk that together and set it aside. All right, now I have to cook up the egg. So I whisked up the vegan egg here. I'm gonna heat up some oil on a pan and we're just going to make some scrambled eggs. All right, if you don't have access to either a vegan egg or just egg or the veg, creates like a faux scramble, you can use a tofu scramble with medium tofu, and it'll give the same kind of texture and consistency. I'm also going to add some black salt to this as well to make it taste super, super eggy and smell super eggy too. I'm adding the egg and I'm going to scramble that right away. And I'm going to add some black salt. This gives it a nice sulfuric flavor that eggs have. It's also called kala namak. It's very popular in Indian food. Okay, I'm just going to transfer this into a little dish. I am going to cover the chicken in sesame oil, Tofurky chicken, and also salt, and then we are going to fry it up in our frying pan with some oil. Heat some oil. You can clean the pan if you want, but like, why? Heat that up, and then we're going to add the chicken and some salt. Chicken, Tofurky chicken, mock chicken. I'm going to toss that in here. I only need to cook this for about like 4 minutes or so, not even, because it's not real chicken. So I don't have to wait till it gets pink, or not pink like she says. I'm just going to cook it until it's heated through. I'm going to add a little bit of salt. I'm only adding a little bit because this is lightly seasoned, whereas in her recipe she's using real chicken. So there's no seasoning there, but this is lightly seasoned, so I don't want to over salt it. All right, so that's heated through. I'm just gonna add it to the bowl with the eggs here. And then let's cook up our veggies. Upon further inspection of this recipe, I realized I forgot to add the whiskey to the sauce. So we're going to do that now and set aside. So I have some oil here, super hot and ready to go. We are going to add some garlic and some ginger, green onions. Give that a good stir. Careful. This for about 20 seconds or until the onions are fragrant and bright green. So that's about now. Now we're adding mushrooms. Get in there. Broccoli. I need a larger pan. And then our veggie broth. And give that a good stir. So it says to cook this until the broccoli is bright green and the broth is almost evaporated. So that's about like 2 to 3 minutes. You want the broccoli to be slightly tender, but you still want some crunch in there. So don't overcook it. The noodles of choice today are these extra wide rice noodles. So I'm just gonna cook these on the stove for like 5 minutes. Now I'm going to take the egg and chicken and add it into this wok. I'm going to add half the sauce in here. She says to do this all, it's not even a wok. I don't know why I'm calling it a wok. She uses a wok, which is bigger. I just have a pan. So I'm going to put half the sauce in here, and then I'm going to put half the sauce in here, and you'll just follow along. So I'm adding the chicken and the tofurkey chicken and the vegan egg back into this pan. And then half of this sauce, a little more than half, how about that much? And I'm going to bring that to a boil and then reduce it to a simmer. In this pan, I'm going to add the sauce. I'm adding the sauce first because it's still warm from the boiling water and I don't want the noodles to stick to the bottom. I'm gonna coat the bottom with that and then I'm going to add the noodles. I'm going to give that a good stir until the noodles are completely coated. And then I am going to add the vegetable and tofurkey chicken mixture. I'm glad I go to Pilates class. This is really heavy. All right, now I'm going to add this tofurkey chicken mixture to the larger pot. I'm so glad I did this in the pot and not in this pan. Ooh, there we go. Toss that again until it's well combined. Okay. This is ready to serve. And then you can garnish with some green onion. All right, guys, there you have it. The Chrissy Teigen Actually Drunken Noodles recipe veganized. Let's give it a taste. So I would eat these definitely drunk and also sober. The sauce is a bit sweeter than I like most of my noodle sauces to be, but I do enjoy it. It's a nice balance of flavors and it makes a huge amount. So definitely, if it's just like a couple of people, half this recipe, but it's tasty and very easy to veganize. I'm impressed. Let me know in the comment section below what recipes and what chef you want me to veganize next. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so that you don't miss out on new videos every single week. And I'll see you next time. Bye.